So here is my Bowser K4 Pacific number 830. Finally operational, I can say. It's been a while since I've worked on this engine, but I was able to tighten up the valve gear, fix the eccentrics, get the engine really running, and it runs. But it had a problem for a long time. So while the engine was moving, it could run on straights, but I couldn't get it to run over a curb. And, well, after some tinkering, I finally got it to do a curve. There it is on 18-inch radius. Still need to lubricate a little bit more because it's been apart so many times. And, well, now the engine's working. The issue with the short is that these locomotives are made from metal. Well, these locomotives, well, the shells themselves are made from, the shell right here is pot metal, and the frames are made of brass. And this makes for a very good performing locomotive, but there's a problem. And I seemingly believe it happens to many K4s. The frame is brass and it was contacting the wheels. Now the trailing truck does not pick up any power. It's simply there for cosmetics. This was built during a time where the engine's standard was DC. They didn't really need you to have DCC everywhere, so it was a primitive design. And the loco, of course, got all its ground from the tender. So, but the locomotive actually had a shorting problem. I tried to figure out what the heck was causing it. I replaced I had another truck. I took it off. I tried to mess around with it. I didn't get anywhere with it, but I got it to run finally. And it's quite a spectacular engine. Next thing I'll have to do is use a matte paint marker and then gently patch up the details. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to take some time. But I hopefully should have a very clean looking engine. I only want to really do it on the front and these little exposed areas of brass, but that's about it. I'm leaving the valve gear as is because it looks alright. And I'm not doing anything to the steam chests themselves because it's an engine that's hard at work. It's a very hard working locomotive, and also I don't want to mess with the paint that much. The only reason I got this thing was because of how good the paint was. But the locomotive has some minor scuffs and scratches from when it was out. And but apart from that, it's a good runner. And hopefully soon I can have it be pulling my PRSL themed trains, even though 830 never ran on the PRSL. It ran on the North Jersey coastline in northern New Jersey, but still I think this worked out pretty well. It's a pretty good project, and the bell, there we go. The bell's quite fragile, but it was probably moved because the engine moved so much. But this locomotive has taken me a lot of time to do, and I'm quite glad that it's operational at last. Now I can really put this engine through its paces and have it pull my trains. And then I can also now get to work focusing on my next locomotive, which I think a lot of people are going to like. But what that will be is yet to be seen. But I guess you'll have to wait. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.